On today's episode of Let's Talk Drones, we have a reason to celebrate. Today is December 9th, 2024, and we have a reason to celebrate for the moment. Last night, I was perusing through Facebook, and I'm a part of the commercial drone pilots group that is run and moderated by Vic Moss and a team of folks that Vic trusts to be additional moderators. And he posted perhaps the best Christmas gift that I could possibly ask for. I'm not going to speculate on what he posted. I'm just going to go ahead and post it for you so you can read it and see it's straight from the man himself. Now, Vic dresses this post up a little bit with some of his own character and humor. Not going to go through all that. Just bring your attention to the area that it says subject, breaking drone news from DC. This was a press release sent out by the Drone Advocacy Alliance last night. It says, "We have big news to share. You may already have seen it online, but if not, the text of the 2025 NDAA was released by the House Rules Committee on Saturday. We are thrilled to report that the Countering CCP Drones Act language did not make it into the final version of the bill. This would not have been possible without the incredible engagement of the Drone Advocacy Alliance advocates like you throughout 2024. On behalf of the DAA Board of Directors, I want to say thank you for your help along the way. Your efforts have been inspiring to say the least. Together, drone users like you took part in hundreds of congressional meetings, sent thousands of customized grassroots messages, made phone calls, sent tweets, authored op-eds, and really ensured that the members of Congress and their staff were aware of the drastic consequences a bill like Countering CCP would have on the U.S. drone ecosystem. We appreciate all that you do for our cause. Now that the NDAA text is public, we expect the U.S. House and Senate to work quickly to pass this final compromised version this week. From there, we expect the president to quickly sign the bill into law, ending a long struggle to pass the NDAA without the Countering CCP Drones Act. The final NDAA bill is not perfect and does contain language that some of our opponents are claiming is the Countering CCP Drones Act. However, they are mistaken, and the included language calls for an actual security assessment based on cybersecurity best practices and not fear-mongering about potential threats or what may be possible. We are confident that an actual scientific analysis will prove what advocates like you have been saying. The drones you use each day do not pose a risk. This isn't the Countering CCP Drones Act. It's not even close. We will continue to work with DAA partners and advocates like you to monitor the situation and be sure to keep you all in the loop as this continues to unfold. Thank you for all of your hard work and support this year, and please take a moment to pat yourselves on the back because this would not have been possible without you." Vic Moss, the DAA Board of Directors. Guys, this is huge. This means that Countering CCP Drone Act, which would have in effect resulted in a ban of DJI, AUTEL, and a few other OEM parts manufacturers from China, is no longer a part of the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act. That means we have at least one more year where we don't have to worry about fighting this fight tooth and nail constantly. We've done it. We made it, but that doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet. There are a few things I just want to remind you of. First of all, this could come back onto the table next year, especially under a new administration. And if you're not aware, Donald Trump Jr., who is the son of the incoming president, Donald Trump, was just added to the board of directors for Unusual Machines. It's a drone company based out of Florida. Now, that in itself is not a huge red flag, but when you consider the competition that the Chinese market creates for the emerging Western market, especially the US market, there could be some pulling of strings from that particular aspect done that could result in some very, very negative consequences for the drone ecosystem as a whole. That is purely speculation on my part. I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen, but it's something you need to keep in mind that the incoming administration, Donald Trump's administration, they've got ties in an indirect way, kind of indirect, to this company in Florida. And that's not the company in Florida's fault. It's just a matter of whether or not there's ethical actions taken when it comes to Donald Trump Jr.'s involvement in that board of directors. It's something you want to keep your eye on and hold that company accountable. I love to see American drone manufacturers popping up, especially if they can actually create competition for the Chinese market. That would be fantastic. Let's just do it the right way, please. But that said, it doesn't necessarily need any involvement or any spurring on from Donald Trump Jr. or Unusual Machines. This could just come back onto the table in 2025, and we need to be aware of that and ready to respond as we did this year and make it very, very clear that this is not something that can happen all at once, and it certainly isn't something we want to have happen, period. Additionally, this is a huge win for everybody involved in the drone industry because folks like you and me that use our DJI, AUTEL, and other Chinese drone technology to conduct our day-to-day business and provide drone service to our markets, we get to continue to use the machines that are readily available, cost-effective, and just overall efficient at what they do. But on top of that, we actually have the opportunity for DJI and AUTEL and many other companies that have been included in this Countering CCP legislation that has now since been removed from the NDAA for 2025 to step up and show that they pose no risk. That's a huge win. DJI having the opportunity to go through everything and say, hey, look, cybersecurity-wise, we don't pose any threat to your data, your information being channeled back to China. Same with AUTEL and same with many other Chinese OEM parts manufacturers and drone manufacturers at large. Putting the ball squarely in their court and allowing them to show that they pose no risk is a fantastic outcome because I am confident that DJI and AUTEL will pass those checks with flying colors. And if they don't, well, now all of a sudden we have firm proof. It's no longer fear mongering. It's no longer hypotheticals. It's no longer what ifs. It's firm, concrete proof that there's some sort of cybersecurity risk that we need to address, or the resulting action would be that they'd be ousted from use in the US market. Allowing that opportunity is the only fair way for us to move forward as an industry with them involved or not involved. Overall, I am just relieved and grateful that this language has been removed. The Countering CCP Drones Act has been removed from NDAA 2025. It gives me peace of mind moving into the future that I'm going to be able to continue to grow my business, grow my brand, and become a more intricate part in the drone industry in the most effective way possible without breaking the bank. I'm just so grateful for that. And I'm just grateful for folks like you because I know I did my part and I know the people in my immediate circle did their part to reach out to their Congress people, their representatives, and voice their opinions. But without the mass of drone enthusiasts, drone users, and drone professionals also reaching out and making it very, very clear how bad this would be if DJI and AUTEL drones were banned from use in the United States, without that effort, I don't know that this would have happened. I think without that effort from you and people like you, we would be entering into a future where we don't have DJI, AUTEL, and other Chinese OEM parts to rely on for drone service providers. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for the effort that you put in this year. You may have very well saved the industry just by taking the time and voicing your opinion and telling your story to the people that need to hear it most, the people that make the decisions for us here in the United States. We could not have done this without all of us pitching in and really getting behind the cause. Now, that doesn't mean that this is over. Like I said earlier in the video, we need to be sharp. We need to be ready to roll just in case this comes back onto the table again. I imagine it will. I think we'll be having the same conversation over and over and over again until DJI and AUTEL really show full proof that, hey, we do not pose a risk to cybersecurity. You're good. At that point, once they've proven themselves, I think the conversation somewhat goes away, at least at this level. But I can't know that for sure. It's just speculation. So stay vigilant, my friends. If you liked this video and the news that came with it, hit the thumbs up icon down below. It helps me out a lot, helps get this video out into the algorithm to more viewers like yourself. If you really liked this video and you love drone content, shot by drones, about drones, and for drone pilots, my friend, this is the channel for you. Make sure you get subscribed if you haven't already. While you're at it, hit the bell icon too. You'll get a notification every time I post a new video. Until next time, I'm Chris the Drone Geek, and I'm out of here. See ya.